Would you like some tips to help make camping and traveling with your toddlers easier? Well, stay tuned. Hi, I'm Holly with Let's Go Now Adventures, and thank you so much for joining us today. So our YouTube channel is about all things camping. Whether you tent camp or RV camp, our goal is to just help you have a great camping experience. So today we are here with my beautiful daughter, Nikki, and she has two amazing little girls with another one on the way. Now, she and her husband, Stuart, have been camping for a very long time. In fact, they just got their first RV last year, and we were just so excited to be able to follow them on their RV buying journey. It was awesome. So if you're interested in that video, I'll leave the link above. But for today, Nikki is going to share with us her top 10 tips on how to make traveling and camping easier with a toddler. So hey, let's go ahead and jump right in.
Alrighty, let's get started. So I've traveled with my kids several times, camping, beach vacations, overnighters. So everything we're gonna talk about here really does relate to any kind of travel, but we'll kind of jump into camping a little bit more specifically. And I've got a lot of items here. I'll link them all below so you can find them most on Amazon. So let's get to it. So my tip number one, my first and biggest tip, is for parents to let go of all expectations before you go on your trip. Just know that toddlers are little people with big feelings, big problems, and they're very dependent. So it is not the easiest, breeziest thing to travel with toddlers. So anything you can do throughout the trip to make it easier on yourselves as parents so you can also enjoy the trip is definitely worth it. So that might mean throwing schedules out the window. That might mean incorporating extra naps into your schedule. That might mean giving your children a lot more treats and yummy things than they normally get at home, or even some downloaded screen time on your phone. So whatever that means to you, I would definitely consider those helpful tips. All right, and then tip number 2 is getting to your destination. Getting to your campsite can be stressful. A lot of the time your phone goes out of service, you don't want to miss the turnoff, you're not sure where to check in, or maybe you're hauling a big trailer behind you. So think of that compounded with a toddler in the back seat, like screaming, yelling, singing, or saying, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet?" It can be a lot and it can be stressful. So anything to make the car ride easier. Our biggest tip is to get a little snack tray, usually just a Tupperware that they can set on their laps. And then I usually just fill it with like one snack at a time and kind of have it be a slow refilling snack process just to occupy them. Our favorites are to find the biggest sucker that you can find, because it takes children a long time to eat through their sucker. And while they are, it's nice and quiet. So big bag of suckers for the win. Don't forget the water. And also when you're in the car, make sure you have your diaper bag or a portable potty easily accessible. So if you need to do a quick bathroom break, you can just pull over to the side of the road, take care of business, and you don't have to wait 30 minutes to the next truck stop. So definitely do that. Kind of with this tip is once you arrive at your destination, definitely take 5 to 10 minutes to get everybody out of the car, get your wiggles out, go explore just for 5 or 10 minutes. That way, once you come back, they're a little bit more cooperative to sit still or be quiet or play while mom and dad set up the tent or detach the trailer or get things going. So there we go. Okay, tip number 3 is packing strategy. So anytime I camp with toddlers, I always feel like I'm crazy overpacking, but I really am super thankful for it once I'm on my camp trip. So you have to remember, toddlers are not like normal people. They're very messy, very dirty. They really get down into the mud and the dirt. So what I typically do is I pack a daytime outfit and a nighttime outfit for each child for each day, which sounds like a ton and you might not even use that much. But might be really hot during the day. They might want to wear shorts and a tank top. They might just be beaming in the sun, rolling around in the dirt. But then by dinner time, it could be really chilly and they might need like longer pants or a long sleeve shirt or even a jacket, maybe a coat, So you want to have all of these things at your disposal, even if you don't need them. Another thing that goes along with this is you have to remember, like, toddlers have a really high probability of a potty accident. They could spill their ice cream sandwich all over their shirt. Their pants could get super wet and muddy from running into the lake. So sometimes if you're planning on using the same pair of pants the whole time, it's not gonna work because the pants might get ruined in the first 10 minutes. So there we go. Okay, tip number 4, my next strategy that goes with this is packing cubes. These are my very, very favorite travel accessory. So what they are, it's a little box that has a zipper, and you pack all your kids' clothes or even adult clothes, and it just keeps everything super compact. It's a huge space saver for tents and RVs where you don't have a lot of extra space. So what I do, I'll unzip this. I just want to show you how much you can fit in these things. So here would be like one child. I've got 6 pairs of pants, 6 shirts, some long sleeve, some short sleeve, 2 pairs of jammies, just in case one gets ruined, a hardy pair of jeans, a thicker sweat for nighttime, 6 pairs of socks, and 6 pairs of underwear. So that's a lot that is just in this tiny itty bitty bag. So I love these things. Kind of helps keep each child's clothing separate too. So again, we'll link this below, but do the packing cubes. Okay, tip number 5. It goes along with packing. This is probably the most essential, is to pack a really hardy medicine tote. I can't even tell you how many times I've been on vacation and my child gets sick, whether it's teething sickness, a fever, a head cold, food poisoning, whatever it might be. You want to have all of the medicine on hand that you would have at home. So this is the one thing I don't skimp on. I bring every single option that I would at home. Tylenol, Benadryl, Motrin, cough syrup, chest rub, boogie suckers, thermometers, syringes, the whole 9 yards. Trust me, if your child gets sick, you will be grateful that you have this. You'll feel like a better parent taking care of your child. And I mean, if they're sick, you might as well, have them recoup on the beach or next to a lake rather than being at home. So bring that. Okay, number 6 would be potty time. So toddlers, they might still be in diapers or they might be potty trained. If they are in diapers, I use one of these packing cubes as like a little diaper caddy, and I just have this float around the campsite. It might be in the tent, it might be on a camp chair or on the picnic table, but it's just super light and easy to move around. This has just the essentials, a diaper changing mat, some diapers, wipes, hand sanitizer, and some diaper cream. So that makes it super easy. Highly recommend that. If your toddler is potty trained, which is kind of where mine are right now, I highly, highly recommend getting a portable toddler potty. Even if you have a trailer and you have a bathroom in the trailer, this is gonna be money, because toddlers, they just having so much fun. They forget to run inside, so this is gonna be golden for you. It's just right there so they don't forget. All right, tip number 7, nap time. If your toddler is napping at home, there is a good chance they are going to need a nap on vacation. Toddlers just get overtired. There's a lot more sun, a lot more outdoor time, so definitely build in the nap. I found with my children, nap times are usually like an hour or 2 later than normal, just because they're having so much fun. But what I would do, bring a stroller and make the stroller as comfortable as possible. Clip on a stroller fan so they can be nice and breezy and airy. Clip on a little portable sound machine. Not only is this soothing for toddlers, but it actually blocks out a lot of the other noise from other campsites or campers. And then just, lay a blanket over the top of your stroller. Just totally block out whatever they're seeing, make it a little bit darker and more comfortable. So all of these things combined with the actual motion of moving your stroller will lull your child to sleep very quickly, hopefully. Once they're asleep, you can just park the stroller in the shade and they're probably good to go until after their nap time. Okay, along with this too, if you have a trailer and the benefit of full hookups or generator use, you could also do super simple and just make the inside of your trailer nice and dark and cool and turn on a movie and they can fall asleep that way. We've definitely used that a time or 2. Okay, tip number 8 is the fun stuff. Toddlers are little people and their attention span is super short and they get bored easily. So I'd bring a few simple toys that they can play with. I love to bring like a bucket of sand toys they can play with in the dirt. Just kind of explore, use some of those buckets to collect leaves or sticks or rocks or something. I like to bring paint sticks and they can paint rocks, or a big doodle pad, or maybe some like dinosaurs or figurines or something. They can just kind of play in the dirt and walk around the table. So definitely bring a few simple things just to occupy their time. And then my next tip, tip number 9, would be walks. Go for walks. It's very fun to just explore what's around you. The kids have so much fun, like wondering what they're gonna see. Are they gonna see an animal? Are they gonna see another camper or a cool rock formation or something? So make walks fun. You can bring their scooter or their bike. You can pretend people traveling on little ATVs are pirates and hide in the bushes. You could do a scavenger hunt and try to find like the number 1 campsite. And then once you find number 1, it's like, does anyone see number 2? Get your binoculars out. And then they find number 2. So we did that this last trip all the way up to campsite 33, and it was a big hit. So then my last tip is bedtime. I feel like this can be the most intimidating part of camping with kids. It was for me. But my biggest tip is just to recreate their normal bedtime space and routine as much as possible, just at your campsite, whether it's in your tent or trailer. So for my kids, I bring the portable sound machine in. That way there's some background noise, it's soothing. I get this little battery operated tap on nightlight. You don't need any use of full hookups or anything. It's just super simple. You can tap it, change it to different colors. It makes camping like a little less scary. It's not as dark. And then maybe bring your child's favorite like little blankie or lovey or stuffed animal just to give them a little bit of comfort. And you should be as good as gold. So hopefully these tips are helpful. If you have any tips, I would love to learn from you guys. So leave some good tips for all of us fellow parents in the comments below.
Oh my gosh. Wonderful, Nikki. You guys, those were some amazing tips. So thank you so much for joining us. Nikki, thank you for your amazing information. I'm sure it's going to help a lot of parents out there. Hey, and once again, baby number 3 is going to be here in just a couple short weeks. So stay tuned for our upcoming video about camping with your baby. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, give us a big thumbs up. We would also love to have you subscribe to our channel. So until next time,
we'll see you on the next adventure.
Bye-bye.
Bye.